significantly from 2020, some 25% across the 18 major news networks measured by Nielsen. The 42.3 million viewers who tuned into either broadcast or cable news on Tuesday night represent those Americans who have yet to fall prey to cord cutting and other trends shifting viewers away from linear TV. Okay. Those numbers for after the election, like 50% decrease in viewers in primetime in MSNBC? Bro. Because here's the thing, like in theory, you would think, well, hold on, Trump just got elected. MSNBC and CNN had decent ratings the first Trump term because people were genuinely looking for like, what's this psycho doing? And is there any resistance? Let me go to the channels that might provide some semblance of resistance, right? And so they did well in the first term, their ratings did for Trump. So now you have Trump win this time. You would think it would stand to reason like, well, they'll probably see a spike as well. Like they'll probably see it again, CNN and MSNBC. People will probably tune in and be like, what's this fucking asshole doing again? Let me go watch people who will be critical of him, right? But it didn't happen. And I don't know why it didn't happen. I mean, I could guess, right? We can sit here and guess, but I don't know. I think they're having an identity crisis. You know, like I think both of those networks, CNN and MSNBC, are having an identity crisis. I do believe that because, and you saw this in the reaction to Kamala losing, right? You genuinely had some people on MSNBC and CNN who were like, you know, hey, maybe Bernie was right. Maybe you shouldn't have paraded around with Liz Cheney. Maybe we need to embrace that sort of hardcore populist, rough edge type politics. Some people were saying that, but then there were others who went right back. Joe Scarborough, some people on CNN, somebody who ran 3 Democratic campaigns. They were like, the problem is wokeness. The problem is the Democrats are too far left. Problem is Medicare for all, which Kamala literally never mentioned, right? And so in a situation like that, like, yeah, what is your identity? What is your identity? Your identity is like insecurity and anxiety. That's your identity. Your identity is, we don't even know how we even want to cover Trump moving forward. Are you going to do what Chris Licht tried to do with CNN, which is like, hey, let's both sides everything. If Trump does something crazy, here's somebody to say his crazy thing is crazy, and here's somebody to say his crazy thing is actually good. Like, is that what you're going to do? Because nobody's going to be fucking interested in that, right? Nobody's going to be interested in that. So I think their identity crisis is the problem. I do. I think that's got to be a big part of it. Tell me if you have any other theories below. But I saw David Packham did a video too where he was saying his channel hemorrhaged some subscribers, and he was saying that there's other YouTubers who lost subscribers right after Kamala's loss. I didn't see that at all. I didn't notice that. Now, granted, I don't really follow my stuff closely, but like, I don't think that happened. So what is it? What is it? But it's funny because a lot of people really are feeling more defeatist this time around with Trump winning. I kind of feel the opposite. Because I feel like the fact that Trump won this time, when he ran, I think, the worst of his 3 campaigns, and it's not even close, just being divisive and unhinged and arrogant, that makes me look at this and go, oh, I got to be more divisive and unhinged and arrogant. And I'm serious. Like, that's how I feel. Like, oh, enough fucking, like, trying to meet these people halfway and, oh, maybe you have a point. Oh, fuck off. No, you don't. This is psychotic bullshit. Trump's an idiot. He's a corrupt warmonger. And now it's time to call a spade harder than before. People always make fun of me now because I say call a spade too much. You're right about that. I do. Even I sense it in myself. But, yeah, I feel more reinvigorated than I thought I would have. You know, you lick your wounds for a day or so, but then it's just like, all right, well, up and at 'em. Let's go. Let's get at it. And I don't know. I don't know if MSNBC is going to do that. I don't know if they're going to have that in them. Or they're going to go back to, 2017 resistance style stuff, which, look, I think another problem for them is a lot of the things that they were all in on just weren't good. Like, they went all in on Russiagate. That was like the worst possible way to try to resist Trump. Concoct some conspiracy theory about how he was a Soviet agent since the 1980s, as Jonathan Chait famously wrote. There are ways to resist that make sense, and there are ways to resist that don't. And I just don't think they were always sort of like chicken with their head cut off, just sort of running around and not really being coherent, not really being logical, not really making the good anti-Trump arguments. Because if they were making the good anti-Trump arguments, maybe he wouldn't be back, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that they're falling apart and that their numbers are going down. Hey, MSNBC, CNN, it'd behoove you to reach out to maybe people who are political in the new media landscape and who have been successful. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you shouldn't be so afraid and dismissive of where the energy actually has been on the left, which is the Bernie movement. Maybe it's time for a little course correction in that respect, that you don't go with the corporate liberalism. Maybe you go with the Bernie populism, and if you build a network around truth-telling and that, maybe your results will be different. Maybe you'll get eyeballs on your channel. But look, the problem with that, of course, is MSNBC has a lot of giant corporate advertisers, and they're not going to like a fire breather on there like me saying you should raise these corporations' taxes. You should raise the billionaires' taxes. We should get money out of politics so that they don't have outsized influence and the government represents the American people and does Medicare for all and a higher minimum wage. So there's sort of an institutional reason why they would never go in the direction they should go. But hey, with the ratings as bad as they are and with the Democratic side as depressed as it is, if you're looking for people with some answers, I'm just saying we're right here. We're right here. Or you can continue to be irrelevant and slip more and more into obscurity. It's up to you. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.